I'm having a chat with Louis Dunford. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. How are you doing? You good?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all, in fact. Cool, so let's start off and have a chat about your debut EP, which came out last week, called The Morland. Tell us what you can about the EP.
It's basically like a collection of tunes that I've had for quite a while now. Some of them, one of them, I think it's got to be at least like almost like 10 years old. And some more recent ones. And it's kind of like, there's like a narrative that runs through them. It kind of tells the story of my youth and, you know, the sort of characters and situations I got myself into when I was younger. And it's just a collection of tunes that I've had for quite a bit, and it just feels really good to finally get them out and have people listen to them the way they're supposed to be listened to. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
absolutely. And you released a couple of tracks towards the end of last year, but the lead track off the EP is called When We Were Hooligans. What can you tell us about the track?
It's basically, I've described it as like, it's a bit of like a love letter to my youth almost. It's about those sort of days which, I mean, they're pretty ubiquitous to anyone that grew up in Britain, at least. I've had people from actually across seas tell me that their childhoods were pretty much the same as well. It's just that sort of, you know, when you're about 14, 15, 16, and it's before you can go out clubbing. It's that sort of period, you know what I mean, where you'd all meet in the park, and we used to have like fake IDs and stuff like that, or you'd ask some of the older boys if they could buy us a couple of beers or a pack of cigarettes, and you just sort of be a little nuisance, really. It's that sort of age, you know what I mean? Sort of drinking, smoking in the parks, terrorising the police and stuff like that, having chases, talking to girls, that sort of thing. It's kind of about that period of my life, really.
Yeah, absolutely. And the EP is called The Morland, and that's basically where the estate you grew up in. Is your youth and your upbringing and everything is what influenced the EP and the tracks on there?
Yeah, I mean, every track is basically where my family have lived for, I mean, well, since I've been alive, but for longer than that. And it's every single track on the EP as a sort of tie to the estate. It's kind of where When We Were Hooligans is based. There's a song on there about a friend of mine that was murdered called Ben Kinsella. It's one of the first places I ever met Ben. It's that sort of, it just felt like every tune had a connection back to it. A lot of the sort of nights out or nights in, which are referred to in Regret 'Em In, happened in various flats on the Morland. So it felt like the perfect thing to call it, because I think it basically has a massive influence on the tunes. Every song was written kind of about the place and the people that I met there.
Yeah, excellent. And looking towards the future, where are you at with writing more music? Are you working towards another EP, do you think? We've basically got another EP in the bag, I think. We're just kind of, we've got a few sort of tunes that we're polishing off and deciding which one's going to come out when, and what the next EP is going to look like. And I've been writing quite a bit more through the lockdowns and managing to get into the studios to build up like a collection of demos. And we're just kind of going through them, really, seeing which ones are the strongest. But I think the plan is to release another EP, but I'm not 100% sure when. Obviously, it's really difficult to, we'd had a load of gigs booked in January to sort of promote this one, but they've obviously had to be rescheduled now till April, which, fingers crossed that will go ahead. Who knows? You don't really know in this day and age, do you, until you get to the time. So, but at the minute, the idea is to release a second EP at some point coming up. Not sure when yet, though. Good, excellent. And touching on having to reschedule your live dates, you managed to get a couple in before you had to reschedule them. I'm guessing you're hoping that they do go ahead in April.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a weird one, really, because it's almost like
my experience in music has always been live. I've hardly it's kind of completely switched around now to the point where I've released recordings, which is kind of a new thing for me, and then the live elements just completely disappeared. So I mean, I feel really lucky to have got the EP out, and I'm just hoping that we can. It's like, you know, I get once you've got a body of work out, you're getting new fans every day messaging me, and it's like I can't wait to sort of play for new people and for all the old people that have been listening to my music for so long. I can't wait. You know, it's last year we had 3 shows that were rescheduled. It must be about 5 times until we just had to cancel them. It just, you know, there's a sort of light at the end of the tunnel, and you reschedule them and think, yeah, everything seems to be going back to normal, and then all of a sudden, bang, there'll be another tier, or there'll be another lockdown. It just, so I'm dying to get back to gigs. Really, I can't wait. I really can't wait.
Yeah, I can well imagine. I'm the same from a fan point of view as well.
Yeah, it's well with me. I can't. It's not just performing. I can't wait to get back to watching gigs as well, and just being in a good, cheery environment, you know what I mean? Having a nice drink down the pub or a venue, and just watching some music, listening to some music with your pals. I really can't fucking wait, to be honest, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's obviously festival season coming up. The plan is that festivals are going ahead. Are you hoping to be on a festival circuit this year?
Mate, I'd love to. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I've really wanted to play festivals for so long, and I've never played one. So I don't really know what the plan is going forward with festivals. I mean, I will play. I cannot get a ticket. I've never been to Glastonbury. Like I've never been able to get a ticket for Love Nor Money. I will play in a toilet. You know what I mean? Just to be able to get through the door to that festival. So obviously, I doubt that's gonna God knows what's happening with that this year. But like, yeah, and any festival that will have me, I will play.
Good. Well, keep doing what you're doing, and I'm sure the calls will be coming in thick and fast.
I hope so, mate. I hope so.
Cool. Sweet. Well, Louis, it's been great having a chat with you.
Thanks so much, mate. Yeah, right. Wicked. Thanks for being so nice.